transfer portal quarterback predictions and fits. Now, I want to make sure I say this very, very clearly. This is purely predictions. Okay, so we're not telling you we have inside information and this guy's going to this place and our source is saying this. Like, all we're doing here is predicting where we think these guys could end up at. So, just pure speculation here. Want to make sure we're all on the same page there. First things first, make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Transfer portal season is on and popping. We got you covered for all things portal, all things college football, every single day of the year. Also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at JDPakel. Appreciate y'all for that. All right, probably one of the biggest names in the transfer portal right now is DJ Uiagalelei, looking for a new spot after Jonathan Smith took the job at Michigan State, and a school that keeps on coming up for DJU, man, Florida State. And some people are saying, well, Florida State, is DJU really a fit there? Are we sure? Like, we saw him at Clemson and he didn't really crush it in the ACC, went to Oregon State, managed that pro-style offense pretty well. Here's why I think Florida State makes sense. One, the Louisville domino has already fallen with Tyler Shuck committing there. They were also in the DJU sweepstakes, reportedly. Mike Norvell, and Andy Staples said this on our transfer portal show. I think he hit it right on the head. Mike Norvell has seen his fair share of DJU. Like, Mike Norvell isn't wondering what he's getting in a DJ Uiagalelei. So the fact that Florida State keeps on coming up as a name for him, I think means something. Also, the experience of DJU with how much football he's played, you plug him into that roster, I think it makes a lot of sense. Also, Florida State, we've seen portal guys go there and thrive. Like, if I'm DJU, I'm saying, okay, I want to go somewhere where I'm going to be able to get in right away and there is tools around me to succeed. By nature of the other guys that have portaled in there, I think that probably speaks volumes to the tools that he would have to succeed. And I can't imagine this doesn't hurt things. Would be nice to get back to the ACC. And if DJU goes to Florida State and crushes it, I think that just further kind of points the finger inadvertently at Clemson and saying all those things y'all had to say about me, all those things that you had to say about the offense and our lack of production. Does DJU have some blame in that? Yeah, probably so. But I do think his time at Oregon State, one, has made him a different player, given his experience there. And I also think it wasn't just a DJU thing at Clemson. Probably doesn't hurt that they play them next season as well. Also, Florida State very clearly in the transfer portal quarterback market by nature of all the buzz around those different names that are in there right now. So I think DJU to Florida State makes a ton of sense. Now, here's one that's interesting. Kyle McCord. Now, there's a lot of rumors, or I say rumors, there's a lot of buzz right now. You look at the Twitter sphere, you look at, the schools that are in communication with Kyle McCord. Nebraska is the one that comes up right now. I'll be honest, I don't see it. I don't see it. Nebraska just seems like a weird fit to me. Chuba Purdy was successful last year at the end of the year for Nebraska, regardless of what they did from a win-loss perspective. If I'm Kyle McCord, I might just want to go somewhere else and kind of hit the reset button and have a fresh start. And a school that could make some sense here, how about Miami? Kyle McCord throwing up the U in Coral Gables, just get totally out of where you've been. Get out of the Northeast, get out of the Midwest, go all the way down to South Florida and be in an offense that is quarterback friendly, be in a place where I think pretty much mirrors where Kyle McCord is at. Like, Kyle McCord is in this spot now where he's had some success, still got some doubters. To me, that's Miami. Had some success, improvement from year 1 to year 2, probably still got a pretty sizable chip on their shoulder. Go to a new place, new surroundings, new offense under Shannon Dawson that's going to allow you to throw the football a little bit more. Kind of the Bo Nix effect, if you will. New surroundings, less pressure. It could be a really good fit there for Kyle McCord. So we'll go ahead and call our shot there for Miami. I'm also curious about NC State. That could be one to watch as well, but we'll call our shot there for Miami. Now, this is one that's got probably the most smoke right now. That is Will Rogers. Will Rogers, we're going to go ahead and say that the Washington smoke is real, is our shot we're calling there. I think that's a great fit. We'll predict Will Rogers to Washington, because if you're Will Rogers, you've already done the pro-style thing, right? You did it last year. Wasn't really your vibe. Wasn't really your jam. You don't need to try and run into a brick wall just to prove you can run into a brick wall again. Let's go double down on what we do best and give NFL scouts something to watch, which is, hey, I can throw the ball all over the yard. Yes, I played in the air raid offense under Mike Leach, rest in peace, but I can deal the pill now, just to be clear. Go see what he did with, or go see rather what Michael Penix did under Ryan Grubbs, under Kalen DeBoer. Say, yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, I think that offense fits my skill set just fine. Same thing with Kyle McCord. Get out of your comfort zone, go to a new place on the West Coast, make it just about ball, throw it 37 times a game. Like, that would be a great fit, and I think it does sort of remind scouts that, hey, this is the guy that actually is top 5 in touchdowns in the SEC. This is the guy that's top 2 in all-time yards in the SEC. Like, maybe, just maybe, that's a fit for Will Rogers. I like that a lot. I'm sure Aaron Murray also would be just fine with Will Rogers getting out of the SEC. So take that as you will. Now, Grayson McCall is another name that gets thrown around right now. Auburn was in the mix for him a season ago. That sort of fell apart at the 1-yard line. A lot of smoke right now around NC State. NC State makes a ton of sense. If he went there, I wouldn't be overwhelmingly surprised. To me, though, the better fit is the school that is getting some more traction lately with him is UCF. UCF, to me, is a better schematic fit with Gus Malzahn and how quarterback-friendly that offense is. Really allows you to, utilize your dual threat abilities. Also get to go out to a place where, they're up to a Power 5, I guess you call it a Power 4 conference right now in the Big 12. Not that NC State isn't. I just think it's the best fit from a skill set. You also have proof of concept with a transfer portal quarterback there in John Rice Plumlee. Now, Brennan Armstrong at NC State also was a transfer quarterback there, but I think there was maybe a little bit more success marginally with the John Rice Plumlee. Has a top 20 QBR in the country from this past year. I like that fit. Grayson McCall is a guy who thrived in kind of this triple option-esque offense at Coastal Carolina when Jamie Chadwell was there. I think he could be a guy that thrives at UCF with Gus Malzahn. I think he's just what the doctor ordered, and I think that could be a really, really good fit. Now, Mississippi, I just gave away our next one. Tyler Van Dyke is an interesting player to talk about right now because it kind of fell apart at Miami, right? It wasn't how he hoped it would go when he finished his career at Miami. It wasn't how Miami hoped it would go. And the thing that I keep on coming back to with Tyler Van Dyke is like, man, I've seen the dude throw the football. We all saw in 2021 him just absolutely throw the ball all around the yard under Rhett Lashley and have him be extremely successful, put up great numbers, and we're all like, who is this dude at Miami? Hey, the U is on their way back. And then you change OC, and then you change OCs again, and at the end of this story, Tyler Van Dyke is benched in Coral Gables, and we're all like, what happened? And to me, I keep saying this, and I'm going to go down with this ship here. Like, I do not believe that Tyler Van Dyke got worse at football. I look at the different systems he's played in, and you say, okay, well, when you were a little bit more of a pass-friendly offense under Rhett Lashley, a little more up-tempo, he was really successful. And Rhett Lashley, I think, already has a quarterback at SMU and Preston Stone, so that wouldn't make sense to me. But I look at places that need a quarterback. Jeff Lebby in Mississippi State, I think, could be a great fit. Jeff Lebby's made it pretty clear, hey, we're going to go to the portal to get a guy, and he'll come in here and make our room better, and he'll compete for his job. Jeff Lebby and what he does offensively spreads you out, makes you cover the entire width of the field. They're going to run the football first, and then when you try and overcommit with those safeties and try and overcommit with those linebackers to the run game because we're gashing you, then you get some really easy quarterback throws downfield. Okay, I think that makes sense for Tyler Van Dyke. I think it would be tremendous for him to show up at a spot like that in the SEC, kind of underdog role, under bulldog role, if you will, when it comes to Mississippi State and their mascot. I like this fit a lot. Now, again, we're purely speculating. There is no smoke at the time of us being live around Mississippi State and Tyler Van Dyke, but I would like that fit a lot, and I think that would make a ton of sense if you're able to land him in Starkville. So we'll see where things fall here as we get further and further into portal season and get a better gauge for the market, if you will, and who's in the market for a transfer portal quarterback. But all those names to me make sense, and I think all those schools will be in the market for a transfer portal quarterback. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.